Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here. This is so exciting, doing our 21-day challenge. I want everyone to know that there should be a chat box open right now. So please go ahead. If you have any comments during this talk, then just post your questions there. And when I am finished with going through what we're doing for our detox week, then I will go ahead and I will answer all of your questions. So I would like to thank you all for showing up for yourselves. And I know that this is going to be such an incredible journey for you. There are so many reasons that we go ahead and that we want to do our detox. And what most people don't understand is that there's this connection between weight loss and toxicity in our bodies, which is truly so important. The more toxic that your body becomes, the more difficulty you will truly have in losing weight. So maybe that sounds a little bit extreme for you. Then consider for a moment the obesity epidemic that's out there. And I know for sure that we have all read about that. And over 60% of American adults are overweight, while at least 30% of the United States adults are obese, and close to 20 million children. It's pretty scary out there. So think about that. A whopping 6 out of 10 Americans are facing weight gain that might literally kill them by setting them up for so many different states of diseases, such as diabetes, heart disease, and a lot of other conditions that are not really great for us. So the detox program that we have is healthy living, and this is the first step to cleansing out our bodies so that we can take in the nutrients of the foods that we're going to be adding in the next few weeks in a much healthier way so that we can get our metabolisms revving up. So there are so many things to tell you about detox. I just want to lay it right out there that it might not be so pretty for you the first couple of days. Just know that since we're going through these changes, that what we're doing is working to get all of the gut that's been stored up in the liver out of your body. And along with that, when we do that, you might find that you may be a little headachy, a little sluggish, a little down, a little irritable, well, maybe more than a little irritable for some of you. For others, you won't feel any of that at all. But nonetheless, that will really last for maybe 2 or 3 days. I can tell you that it's really worth the effort. That one of the things, oh, someone is telling me that my picture is frozen. Is it better now? Can someone please answer me? Hello? Is anybody there? So, okay, these are some of the technical glitches that I was hoping wasn't going to happen as we were starting. So I'm just going to keep on going. Debbie, if you're out there, just make sure you're on the live feed and not on the picture that I had posted earlier, okay? So in order to get started on our detox, getting back to that, there are going to be a lot of things that you will see on this Facebook page that we have never done before. So you're going to see, whether you're on your cell phone or you're on the main page, once we get off of the live feed, a section that is called units. In that area, there is a tremendous amount of documents that I have already uploaded, and I know that they're also in the news feed. And I am going to have their instructions on how to detox, giving you detox menus, giving you recipes, giving you different kinds of tips. And throughout the week, every single day, I'm going to be posting for you some really great information. So please make sure you read on it. And since this group is really an interactive group, it would be really helpful to have everybody respond as we go through the week. Once a day, post some pictures, let everyone know what you're doing. For those of you that sent me all of your measurements, that stays very sacred and is private with me. However, when we weigh ourselves next week, if we have a really great loss, then that's what I want you to post. Just put on, guess what? I lost 3 pounds this week. Guess what? I lost 6 pounds this week. Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. The whole point of this group is to just really have some interaction and to form a community where we can really be incredibly supportive of each other. So just go over the information that I have below. And if we have difficulty with getting to some of that information, please just make sure that you let me know. You can either reach out to me on this page, or you can go ahead and send me a text message. I know that everyone on this call really knows how to reach me. So I just want to read a couple of other things about the detox. That the detox is going to cleanse your body and your palate so that you can avoid those hard to handle cravings that you have for those high glycemic foods that have been standing in the way of your weight loss success. For those of you who might not be clear on what high glycemic or low glycemic means, is that it's a number that's associated with all of the foods that you eat, and it's the effect that the blood sugar has in your body and how the food you eat affects your blood sugar levels. So what we're going to try and do is to work with you to get you out of the craving for sweets, for breads, for pastas, for carbohydrates, all of those which turn into sugar, which is so much of the problem of having it so difficult to take off weight. It's really the hardest part of the program, and it is the most challenging, but I know that once you get past day 3, something magical happens, and by day 4, you're just full of energy and raring to go. And I have yet to teach a class where I haven't had somebody say, can I do this for more than just 7 days? Well, the answer is yes, but the kit that you have in the NutriClean kit will only last you for 7 days. If anyone is interested in continuing with some fiber powder going forward, because that is such a great supplement that we have, just let me know and we'll make sure that you know how to get that. Sometimes people say to me, why am I only able to have 3 servings of fruit? Well, part of that is it takes 3 8-ounce glasses of orange juice, believe it or not, to fill up your liver's glycogen stores. And when fructose, which is fruit sugar, enters the liver and the liver's glycogen stores become full, it can't be used by the muscles for energy production. It's that simple. Fructose is then converted into fat, and it's then released back into the bloodstream, which is stored as fat tissue. So we want to get you off of that, and we want you to realize that your muscle will dictate metabolism, but fat is the fuel, as the resource that we want to use during detox to really have success. So in one of the emails that I have there for you, we are going to give you some information on how to take all of the supplements that came in your 21-day challenge kit. So I have an extra one here, and I'm really excited about it. For those of you that purchased this kit, if you opened your kit, you're going to see a couple of really incredible things. There are some things that you'll be using during this week and some things that you will not. The thing that you will not be using this week are the 2 nutrition shakes that are in this great package. You're going to be saving that for weeks 2 and weeks 3. So in here, you are going to see a couple of isotonic supplements. There is going to be a 30-day multivitamin. You are also going to have a 30-day supply of your OPC3. There will also be in here a bottle of Core, which I'm having trouble getting out of here, of Core, which I'm going to talk about in a second. And then, of course, we have the NutriClean kit. So there is also 2 additional pieces of paper that have come in the box that you have. One is a tracking sheet to help you write down everything that you are consuming this week if you'd like to use that. And even though I am attaching the menu plans to this module, as well as in an email that I will send to you when we're finished, there is also a booklet that comes in here about the 21-day challenge that really goes through everything I'm going to be talking about today, including what foods that you can eat, shouldn't eat, and how to go about it. But I really wanted to make it a little more clear, which is why I composed the email that I did. So briefly, to go through it, and let me know if you have any questions about this as soon as I go through that. But the first thing in the morning, what I would like for you to do on an empty stomach is I want you to take 1 capful of your multivitamin and 1 capful of your OPC3. Now just remember, for those of you that are new here, it is just the small cap on top. You open it up, make a slit in the aluminum foil. It's 1 cap of the OPC3 and 1 cap of the multivitamin. And in this cup that you have, you're going to have, where the line is, that's 2 ounces of water, but since you're having 2 servings of isotonics, you're going to have 4 ounces of water. If anybody is taking the Daily Essentials packets, which many of you are, just go ahead and take that instead. That's really quite okay. You can save the multivitamin and the OPC for a later date, or if you are in a position where you're feeling a lot of inflammation and you want to add some additional anti-inflammatory, go ahead and add another capful of the OPC and just use it up. It won't be harmful. You cannot overdose on the OPC3 that's going in there. So that's the first thing that I want you to do in the morning. Wait about 5 to 10 minutes, and then the next thing is to have an 8-ounce glass of warm water, and I want you to take a half of the lemon, squeeze the juice out from a fresh squeezed lemon, and drink your lemon water. That gets your gallbladder and it gets everything moving in your body so that you can really start to burn some of that fat. After you do that, in this kit, you're going to find a few things. And let's just talk about what's in this kit. In this kit, you're going to see fiber powder, okay? The NutriClean fiber powder. I'm going to be talking about in a second. And then there are 2 different sets of supplement tablets in there. You're going to see 2 that are in the foil packets. And then there should be a cellophane packet with 4 capsules in it. All right. If some of you have an older kit, you might have green tablets in here and not capsules. And you might have 2 tablets as well as 2 capsules in here. So if you have the older kit, go ahead and use it the same way. But for those of you that just got the new 21-day challenge kit in, you should know that our company just reformulated all of our supplements in here. And I just finished detox last week, and it was the best detox I had. So they did something really magical with this. So after you finish your lemon water, then I want you to take 8 ounces of water with 1 scoopful, and don't overfill the scoop. Just keep it kind of level, of the fiber powder. I like it with cold water. Mix it up really well, and along with that, you're going to be taking 2 of the tablets that are in the foil packet, and you are going to be taking 2 of your core, okay? That's it. That's all you're doing in the morning. If you are drinking trim tea or trim cafe, you can have that anytime throughout the day. Just please note that my clients who have been using the trim tea and the trim cafe are having greater weight loss success on the detox portion of the 21-day challenge due to the fact that the inflammation properties that are within the tea and the cafe are really helping to tackle leptin, which are one of the hormones that we have that makes us really kind of hungry. So it's been really great supplement to add into your repertoire of what you do. After you take all of these supplements, just now remind yourself you might need to have about 15 more minutes in the morning to get all of this fluid in with the supplements before you eat your first meal of the day. And that's really okay. So you're going to plan for that. And the reason that I know you'll be able to plan for it is that the other piece that happens during this week is that you tend to get a little sleepy, a little bit more tired. So this might be a great night to turn the TV off, read a book, take a hot bath, have some relaxation, get to bed a little bit earlier so you can wake up a little bit earlier so that you can get your day going on the right foot. After you go through your supplements, then you're going to dig right into your menu plan, which will be attached to this email, and also which is on the units on the page. So the other main change for those of you that have not done detox in a while is that we now include 2 servings of protein daily, and each one of those servings is 3 ounces of lean protein. So please understand lean protein, that really means white protein. And I say that because a lot of people tell me that they're eating a lot of chicken, and what happens is they're going for the leg and the thigh, but the leg and the thigh is about 3 times the amount of calories and fat intake from those that are eating the breast of the chicken. So please make sure it's a white fish, a tofu, or a, don't have salmon this week. Have a flounder, have a fillet of sole, have something that's a white fish is really what my point is. I think that that will be helpful for you. People also ask a lot of questions such as vegetables, should they be raw or should they be cooked? And the truth is that raw is the best as much as possible. Why? Because it really gets our body working, and we want to eat fully of all of the vegetables that are available on the detox menu that you are going to have in front of you. So please make sure that you're prepared, that you do some food shopping tomorrow. Even if you start on Wednesday, that's really okay. Just go ahead and get started with making sure that you have with you everything that you need to get through this week, so that you are constantly eating and that you are not feeling full. Sorry, you're not feeling hungry. You should absolutely be feeling full with the amount of food that you have. It's just going to be a little bit different because we're reducing the amount of protein, which will happen next week. Just getting back to exercise for a second. For those of you that are on an exercise regimen, this is the week for you to really slow it down a notch. We really don't want you out there working hard when your body is trying to repair itself. We want it to be relaxing. So we're going out with the old, coming in with the new. And when we get back together next week, we're going to be adding a lot of great things to our menu plan, a lot of great foods, adding exercise back in. Your energy is going to be skyrocketing. So I'm really excited about what that's going to be. So just make sure that you follow the menu plan. When it comes to the fats on the menu plan, please make sure that you know what a serving size of fat is. So if you're going to have olive oil, for example, on a salad, just look at the bottle and see what the serving size is, which is probably 2 tablespoons. So that's 1 serving. That is 1 serving of fats for you. So make sure that you really keep to what your fats are. Keep it simple. Use spices, use plenty of herbs. If you're making soup, because I did put in a really great recipe, which is my favorite thing, is a filler food for me during detox week, is a soup that I make all the time. You can eat that whenever you want, hot or cold, it doesn't matter. If you want to take chicken breast and throw it in there, so that if you're taking your soup along with you and you're going to have it with one of your proteins, you could use it with the protein. If you choose to have it as a filler, you can have it without the protein added into it. So just make sure, though, if you're using sodium, low sodium soy sauce, that it's just not a ton of it. We can use some salt, keep it light. We can have pepper, vinegar, and mustard is allowed, but we really do not want to have anything with mayonnaise or ketchup because, again, those foods have a lot of sugar in them, and we're trying to break the habit from being addicted to sugar. The additional piece is to make sure we keep hydrated. So you need to be drinking water. For those of you that are still drinking coffee and are really struggling with getting off of that, if you need to have 1 black coffee a day, I would say okay, but I'd rather you have the Trim Cafe. It will be of greater benefit to you. But no artificial sweeteners. We're not doing that this week. This is a week for clean, lean, simple, pure, non-processed, not full of anything except for fruits, vegetables, and lean protein, and a lot of water to really help you to get through the process. Last but not least, the core, you took 2 in the morning. The next time you're going to take the second set of core is going to be a half an hour before you choose to have your second protein. So during detox, you can decide when you want to have that protein. You can have it in the morning, you could have it in the afternoon. Some people want to have it when they get home. It's really okay whenever you choose to want to have it. Depends on how hungry that you're feeling. I tend to find that having protein for my breakfast, having, 3 hard-boiled eggs is really great with a whole bunch of vegetables, or even vegetable soup to get my day going after I've had all of the supplement intake in the morning has really worked for me, along with my snacks throughout the day. And then usually by mid-afternoon is when I'd have my second protein, and that's when you want to take your second setting of core. Before you go to bed at night, make sure that you take the 4 tablets that are in the clear cellophane package. And we want you to do this at night because one of the properties that's in here are release tablets, that's going to help your liver to start to function and to start to shed some of the toxins that are in your body. So now we're going to talk about the thing that people don't really want to talk about. But this really has to do with your bowel movements. Why am I talking about that? Because one of 2 things happens during detox. Either some people tend to get really stopped up, and that's because they're not used to eating so much fiber or taking fiber powder and getting that, so they get a little bound up. Or because of the supplements that we're taking, which helps the peristalsis for our bodies to shed the toxins, and sometimes we find that we have a little bit of loose, frequent bowel movements. Just be aware of that. There's nothing wrong. It's just what the properties are of the contents of the detox package. If you're feeling that you're incredibly constipated, please make sure that you let me know about that so I can give you some tips to help you with that throughout the week. But I can tell you that I always find that if I'm going to have any issues with the bathroom, for those of you that might be working, that I usually start my detox on a Thursday, because it's usually the 3rd or 4th day that the body, everything kind of kicks in, and you might have a little bit of, some bathroom necessity. So just keep that in mind. Know it's totally normal. And by day 4, it should really be all okay, and you should be feeling fabulous. That's what happens. One thing, guys, stay off the scale during the week. I know how difficult this is for so many of you. Everyone is looking for that weight loss. Everyone is looking to see what's going on. I really want you to wait until next Monday, or a week from the day that you started your detox plan. It's really important. Getting on that scale is either going to set you up for a good day, or it will set you up for a bad day. And the whole concept of TLS is really a 4-pronged approach. One is all about low glycemic index eating, which is what we discussed earlier about the foods that we eat and the effect that it has on our blood sugar levels. Also, we work on body composition. We want to maintain our lean muscle mass, which is going to dictate metabolism for us, and we want to use fat as our fuel resource. So even though the scale might not be changing within the program that we have, you're going to see changes in your body composition. Your clothes are going to be feeling better. Your body is going to be shrinking. I always use this visualization. I don't have it here with me tonight, but you can imagine this, that in one hand, I have this big beach ball. You can all imagine what that looks like, right? And in the other hand, I have a baseball. You can imagine what that looks like. Well, you know that they both weigh the same, but they don't look the same. So stop it and stop getting hung up on the number that's on the scale. Sometimes your body just needs a chance to catch up with itself. So I think that I just also want to say, let your body rest. It's a really good thing. There's no alcohol this week. You're going to keep away from the um, grains, pasta, bread. It's following the foods that are on the detox menu that you have. You want to make sure that you're eating at least every 2 to 3 hours. Just keep filling your body with food and with water. And I know that it's going to be a great success. And I cannot wait to see all of your pictures throughout the weeks. And I can't wait to hear all of the incredible results that you've had. So I'm just going to open this up for questions right now. So if you can type in any questions, I will try and answer if I wasn't clear on anything. So I see that we've got Jen, Iris, Kathy, Debbie, Robin, Karen, Patty, Sherry. I see that you're all on this call tonight, which is totally awesome. So does anyone have any questions that you'd like to ask right now? Really? I don't see any comments. Are you guys there? Okay, I guess then you have it really all clear and all together. I know many of you have done this before, so this is just, kind of refreshing what you already know. Just remember what we're doing is we're cleaning out the engine and getting it ready for all the premium foods that you're going to be putting into it. So I know that you can do this. It might be challenging for some of you. Just stick with it. It's only 7 days. It's not forever, but the benefits that you're going to receive are going to be stellar for you. I am so excited about this. When I finish the live feed, I'm going to stay online for a little bit. And just if you have any questions, please type them in and I will make sure that I answer them. All right. I hope that this worked out well for everybody. Have a great week. Enjoy your detox. Check this page for all of the great information I will be posting all week. And, oh, let's see. I'm going to answer that question about the gallbladder in a little bit. They just changed the formulation, so it might be a little challenging for you to tell in this packet of 4 pills which would be the ones that I would have you leave out. But I can tell you that the pills, there are 2 that are a little bit darker and 2 that are a little bit lighter. The ones that are lighter are the ones that you will not be taking if you do not have a gallbladder. Okay? I know, Patty, you asked about, I don't have the OPC3 yet. Can you still do the detox? Absolutely, yes, you can. And you can pick some up at the office when I see you on Wednesday evening. That's absolutely totally fine. Iris is asking me a very specific question. I will reply to you personally about that. You might want to wait till after you have that done and just kind of change your food a little bit this week, Iris. I would keep away from the fiber powder if that's what your health professional is telling you. So go ahead and do that. I see that there's another question about the trim tea. As I had said, the trim tea or the trim cafe are great for detox. So please go ahead and use them. If you are already taking a lot of isotonic supplements, please go ahead and continue what you're doing. The reason that I said not to take anything more than what came in the kit, it's really for those people that are not taking a lot of the other supplements, and I know many of you are. So if you're already taking a lot of supplements, go ahead and take what you're currently taking. If you're new to this and you haven't been taking anything, please stick with the multivitamin and the OPC3. Just want to see, I'm looking to see if there are any other questions that I did not address. And The eggs, that's a great question. Karen asked how many eggs are a protein serving. One egg is one protein serving, meaning that it's really 1 ounce of protein. So if you want to have 3 ounces of eggs in the morning, that would be 3 eggs or 3 egg whites. I hope that that answers your question. Anything else? I'm sorry, guys, I didn't scroll down. As I told you, this is kind of like a little bit new for me too here. I hope that this is going well for everybody. Is everybody ready? Everyone psyched? You could comment away because now I'm at the bottom and I can see everything. I think I got everyone's questions. You can have the egg white or the yolk. It's up to you. The reason that some people don't like the yolk is because there's just a lot more fat. It's not the cholesterol I'm worried about. It's really the fat that's associated in the egg yolk. So if you want to have 2 egg whites and 1 whole egg, that's absolutely fine. Not a problem. I'm just waiting to see any more questions. Okay, I don't see anything else coming in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the live video for now. It should still be on the site throughout the week. And also next week, there will be a unit 2 because information will change on foods that you can eat and exercise and supplements and all of that going forward into next week. So if you have any questions, please make sure you post them on the page and I will absolutely moderate it and answer everything throughout the week. Oh, Patty, I'm so glad that you're ready to rock and roll. All right, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in tonight. I appreciate you and I appreciate your time. And I am looking forward to really great success for all of you. Have a wonderful night.